Hey there, Coastal Bend Meteorologist Carly Smith here. We have a daily chance of rain that does include Friday night. So we'll break down those chances coming up. Additionally, we've got below normal temperatures with more cloud coverage and rain in the forecast. And finally, there is possible development in the tropics. It's a low chance. Right now, we're not worried or concerned, but I did just want to give you a heads up. And so thank you so much for watching this live update. We're going to get started right now. Hey there, y'all. Meteorologist Carly Smith is here. Thank you so much for joining. We are talking rain. Can you believe it? How much rain did you see yesterday? Let me know in the comments. I want to know. Here's a look at some of the rainfall totals from across the area. We did observe, this should say the 26th, but it's being talked about on the 27th. This is the observed rainfall from Monday, where we did pick up over a ½ inch for Mercurio, nearly 1 inch of rain in Freer. Corpus Christi officially picking up 0.2 of an inch. That is the most rain that we've seen all August. In fact, that's the only rain we've seen all August officially at the airport. So we are still under a chance for some spotty shower activity. You can see the cloud coverage keeping us right now at 87 degrees, which is still kind of hot on this Tuesday afternoon, or really late morning, I should say. Now at 10:12 a.m. It's like my afternoon because I've been up since, well, 2 a.m. So it does feel like it's 99 degrees out there. The wind is out of the north-northeast at 8 miles per hour. So no heat alerts in the forecast. That's great news. We do have some spotty rain. So this rain is going to continue near the coast. We're seeing some of those showers now right across portions of Kennedy County, near Baffin Bay, across the Laguna Madre at times, and now starting to show up, approaching the Oso Creek area. That will move into the Chapman Ranch area, likely weakening as these drift a little further inland, but then they are going to pick up closer to 77 later on this morning, and then closer to 281 after that, heading into the afternoon. So we'll talk about why in just a minute. But as you can see, when we take a look at our satellite radar imagery, this is showing off the bigger picture. So you see a lot of moisture over the Gulf of Mexico. Now, a lot of that is going to get pulled up toward Victoria and then up toward Austin. But it's slowly going to drift a little bit more inland today, especially once we get the sea breeze firing activity off as well. So you'll see that here. What I'm talking about in this area, we have this circular motion, right through here. So what that is doing is that is essentially a piece of energy that broke away from a cold front earlier last week, right? And that is pulling the moisture out of the Gulf up toward Victoria and then toward Austin, San Marcos, northern San Antonio. But this is slowly going to keep drifting a little bit more west throughout the day. In fact, you can see at the end of the loop, it's already a little bit more northwest as we speak. So the more west that drifts, the better opportunity our rain's going to be. But right now, a lot of that rain is between Corpus Christi and Houston. And that's the way it's going to stay for the most part throughout the day. So you'll see that here on our upper level wind energy, we get a little bit of that flow coming off the Gulf, but the energy shifts a little bit too far west as we head into Wednesday afternoon. So rain chances really start to dwindle Wednesday into Thursday. Then we see our next piece of energy showing up over kind of Houston, Galveston, Port Arthur, Beaumont, as well as into portions of southwestern Louisiana, Lake Charles, south of there. So this area is expected to see some higher rainfall totals as we head into the end of the week and the weekend. You don't see a lot of storm energy in Corpus Christi necessarily, but that doesn't mean our rain chances are going to go completely away. What we have is this stationary front, which is where a decent amount of rain is going to be, but watch what happens with the moisture. So this is something we're keeping an eye on, right? So we've got tropical moisture coming up out of the Gulf of Mexico. That is leading to our daily opportunity of rainfall. Additionally, you see we're in the lighter green, where I'm talking about that piece of energy over kind of the Beaumont area, Port Arthur. That is where the deeper grain, the deeper moisture is going to be, the higher rainfall totals are going to be. But we still have plenty of moisture, and our upper level winds are going to be going offshore, but our onshore winds are still going to be there with the help of sea breeze. Once we get into Monday and Tuesday of next week, the green gets a little deeper. We see the stationary front stall out just north of kind of the Red River Valley. So this is going to go up through Lubbock and Oklahoma City, where this kind of boundary sets up. And what that's going to do, that's going to keep the tropical moisture down south, and essentially, especially with the help of any type of sea breeze, it's going to boost our rain chances a little bit heading into Labor Day and then the following day. So most of the rain hanging out there. Houston, you see 2, 3, 4 inches of rain possible for areas like Galveston and Port Arthur. But for Corpus Christi, our rain isn't 0, right? This is for the entire week. So this is Tuesday through Monday. That's a long time. So this is rainfall total throughout the entire week. But we are talking around an inch of rain between now and next Monday. So through the holiday weekend. And I think the best shot of rain, well, it was yesterday. But then additionally, we start to see our rain chances going up with a little bit more moisture in the atmosphere by Sunday and Monday. So right now, I'm keeping the rainfall forecast around an inch, but some areas could get a little more, closer to 2 inches of rain, while other areas, especially further inland into the brush country, the chance is closer to around 1/4 of an inch of rain. But if you get one of these thunderstorms to pop up, you're going to get a higher rainfall total like Freer got yesterday with an inch of rainfall. So it's so hit and miss. It's nearly impossible to say exactly where the rain is going to set up, right? But what we see is sea breeze helping fire up some storms. And so let me play this out. I hit the wrong button. With the hot air, we get rising air. That is from the sun creating the evaporation, making the air at the surface hotter than the surrounding air, less dense, more moisture. This air parcel develops and it starts rising. That creates our clouds and then our thunderstorms. So rising air. Now, hot air tends to be with high pressure because pressure and temperature are directly related. But we've got rising air. And you don't get rising air without lower pressure. So the surface is actually a little bit of some slightly lower pressure, while the sea has slightly higher pressure. Then what you see happening is the air flows from the sea to the land, and that's how you get thunderstorms. It essentially works like a weak cold front with the cooler air from the sea moving inland, where the air is hotter, cooling things down, but also creating thunderstorms. Now, these are so hit and miss, it's nearly impossible to say exactly where they're going to set up, but what we do know is in the morning, we get the coastal storms. Into the afternoon or late morning, early afternoon, it gets a little bit further inland, and then it gets a little bit further inland by the afternoon. So breaking it down on Futurecast right now, you see the coastal storms. Let me pause this. So you see the coastal storms throughout this morning. Then they get closer to 77 right around lunchtime. Again, still very spotty. As we head into the afternoon, now the latest run of this model is keeping a lot of the storms at bay. The model run that we had this morning on First Edition pretty much had a thunderstorm setting up shop right between Alice, Kingsville, Falfurrias. That area kind of was a target zone of a potential storm. Again, this is so hit or miss, but we start to see a better opportunity for storms a little bit further from Beeville down toward Kingsville, Falfurrias, and west of there as we head into the late afternoon, but it is isolated, and so it's nearly impossible to say exactly where this sets up. One thing I want to point out, I mentioned Friday Night Lights, right? Friday Night Football, it's returning, yay! But we do have to watch out for some storms. The good news is that once we start to lose daytime heating, once the sun starts going down, our rain chances start to go down as well. So you see like today, 5, 6, 7, we start to lose the opportunity of rainfall. So those storms just don't have enough energy. There's not that rising air with the help of sun heating up the land to create the sea breeze and create the thunderstorms. So we lose that action heading into the evening hours, and we're mostly dry for the most part in the overnight. Then heading into the morning, once we start to see the moisture kind of upticking, we get a chance for some near coastal storms into the morning, and then that pushes inland into the afternoon. So it is very hit or miss. It's nearly impossible to say exactly where these set up. We're starting to see the cumulus clouds bubbling again, trying to become cumulonimbus there on our Lex camera. So this is over kind of the San Patricio County area, Corpus Christi Bay, but it is 87 degrees right now. We are going to heat up into the mid to low 90s. Heat index only around 104, so not horrible, right? In your 7-day forecast, we do have a daily chance of rain. I think the rain dwindles just a little bit Wednesday and Thursday, then picks back up as we head into next week. So Friday, 40% chance of rain right now. Not confident in much rain during football games, but we will have to be watching for some of that spotty activity. Of course, lightning when thunder roars, head indoors. That's the biggest concern with any of these storms. Not expecting hail, not expecting high wind, but lightning. Not a good combination with outdoor activities. 50% chance of rain for Labor Day. At this point, this forecast can change. That's still 7 days out. But we're staying in that unsettled pattern, which is at least keeping our temperatures right at or below normal, which we will take. So. Hey, Michael, I did talk a little long because I love talking weather, but I think I try to keep it sweet, simple, and to the point, especially if you rewatch this from the beginning once I end it. Those bullet points, that's really the short and sweet version. Then we go into all the details. I don't know why, Nick, you said don't ask her how her day was. Thanks, Brian. Rocky, I hope we get some rain. But anyway, I hope y'all have a wonderful day. That's it. That's going to do it for this live update. Thank you so much for watching. I'm meteorologist Carly Smith signing off for 3 News, your weather impact and first edition.